welcome to my first sketchbook tour. First I'm gonna start by showing you how it looks and what kind of a sketchbook it is. This is not a special sketchbook. The pages are not that thick. As you can see, it is from Ecuador. It's a recycled type of sketchbook. There is Bojack there. I love Bojack. This is mine. This is from my first collections of stickers. I draw this just one time by just playing around, and it ended up being a digital design that I after print. I love it so much. You can see how it shines. These two, I got it from a friend from the US. I don't really know where. I have this that is from a brand of Ecuador, I think. They do like rap battles. Keep House. This is also from like some cannabis conventions they do in Ecuador. And this from here was from a friend too. He sell babes, I think. So it's like 𝐬𝐤𝐞𝐭 is the name of it. I never finished a sketchbook before. This is the first time. So I'm gonna share it with you. This is like my most personal sketchbook and journey. So I hope you enjoy it. If you like it, don't forget to like and subscribe so you can see more of my art. I want to start by saying that the way I feel this sketchbook was pretty different than I usually see other artists filling their sketchbook, as this paper wasn't a good one for the medium I usually do. The way I fill it up was just like cuttings from other papers I had, like from the brand 𝐬𝐤𝐞𝐭 or Artista or many others I don't remember right now. So every time I did art like in this type of paper that is like a 300 grams paper, I end up cutting it because I never fill one page up that I was really happy about, at least not when I was practicing or when I want to just like bend my mind. And I end up sticking up in here, so you're gonna see a little bit of everything. The first thing we have in the left is gonna be these two giraffe, like the mom and the baby, and I really like it a lot because all the, I don't know how to call it, like the stripes are colorful. There is a ticket from my trip from 𝐬𝐤𝐞𝐭 on Ecuador, and one of the butterflies I found actually just death on this beach. I love butterflies. Those are one of my go-tos on drawing too. I really like this style that is just like lines, just like fluid lines. In my sketchbook I also have this little sticky for notes, so I can like put what I think or what I like to do in the future. In the other page we can see that I have a fish. The inspiration for this fish was a koi fish, and I did it in one of these papers I'm telling you, but as I didn't have anything else and I didn't want to throw it away, I just stick it in this page. As they say and everyone says, the first page of the sketchbook is the most important. I wasn't thinking on that when I started, but I wanted to add this cute little background with some leaf, like if it's actually in their habitat. But I don't know what you think. Let me know in the comments what do you think about it. It was a fish made with watercolor and I really like it a lot. I will say this is one of my favorite pages. These little green leaves actually make me crazy, and with different tones it just looks like it's there and it's not, you know, like it kind of like fades and it's like popping out of the background. This whole page I fill it up just with watercolors, and I really like it a lot. I use other mediums as inks and color pencils, pastel colors, soft pastel, oil pastels. As you can see here, I have a flamingo. This I did it when I had a little sketchbook, like a hand travel sketchbook, and I didn't fill all the pages, so I took the ones that were my favorite, as this one and the splashy background. Other things I usually do on my sketchbook, or at least in this one, was things like this feather that is from a blue-footed booby I got on a trip in Ecuador, and leaves and petals I get from flowers I like and I like capture to have it as a reminder of the things I love, what moved me, what makes me do art. This is a little bracelet I got from that trip in Ecuador too, from a beach that I really like a lot. It's called Montañita in Ecuador. It's like a surf town. Coming back to the sketchbook, what you can see in here, one thing that I like to do a lot is flowers, birds, and felines, like cats and jaguars and tigers, lions, etc. I did this with some alcohol markers in the background. I also use some ink in both sketch. I use ink and I mix it up with some pencil colors. I really like the effect, as this other one was used watercolor, but I told you that I try to stick everything I fell in love with in this sketchbook, so that's why it's so special, because it didn't have like an order. It was just like as I was drawing and painting, I was filling it up, and I didn't want to throw it away. I also will be traveling soon to another country, and I'm not gonna be able to take this sketchbook with me. That is very sad, so this is the perfect moment to share it with you. This other page, there's a little bit of everything, but flowers are always part of my sketchbook. This that you can see in here was the first sketch for the sticker I did. Is a very messed up one, but I took a pic of it and then I went with the sketchbook app, did it again, digitalized it, and sent it to the print shop so I can get this cool sticker. Coming back to the page, this is like a little collage that I did in here. I added this little drawing of two mushrooms in a cup for a tea party. And this other one that is from the same page as the flamingo, like the same sketchbook and the same even style, is just a bird with a splashy background. I really like it a lot. It gave me a lot of inspiration. I added some flowers. There is a platypus that remind me of me. Also, this little ladybug, I also really like it a lot. And a flower, as I told you, I collect flowers, and this one I did it with tape, like to preserve the flower. I put tape under and above in like a wax paper, and I got this. Next one is a washed little painting of a beach or an island that I also wanted to put in here because I think it's very pretty and I like the colors and how it ended up looking. It's from like a real image. I screenshot it from somebody I follow, and I was like, well, we have to try it, and it ended up looking very well. One of the things I like a lot from this sketchbook is that everywhere you see, you're gonna see different materials. Like those ones are pencil colors, so you had wash, you have watercolor, inks. Oh, this one. This one is not my favorite, but somehow I have it in a special place in my sketchbook and in my heart. This is just ink pen, and the one in the left is just a sketch made with pencils, like regular carbon pencil. Better, I think it's charcoal pencil. You know, like regular pencil from school. Also behind it in the background, I have this scratch paper, the black one with the colors. That is the one that every time you like touch it with something, you scratch it, you get the colors under. And I kept it because it was very cute. A friend, what it says under is I love you from a friend. Yes, I love you too if you watch this video. So let's move on to the next page. This one is a memory. I liked it a lot. I did it in the main pages from this sketchbook. It's made with soft pastel colors. This green glass, we used to put like glasses in the border of the bed, and there was like a glass with milk and a glass with water, and I really liked like the lines and the texture of the glass. And this is like a cinnamon or like a bread or a cake, I don't know, you know. And we also have in this painting a lighter that we kept with us, you know, for incense and stuff. The problem with this soft pastel is like if you don't seal it with a spray, it usually like spreads and makes everything else messy. You're gonna see that in the next pages because I do use this material a lot for other illustrations and artworks. The next page, this is one of my favorite. This is my fiance laid down. I think they are all my favorite, but they all bring me to like the past. Like I can't remember exactly where he was, what probably he was watching is like one of his shows on Netflix, and the soft pastels where the material I use on this, I love that I can see his body laying down in the couch. I love his hair that it grows like brown, but as he is a surfer, it gets like blonde on the top. You're gonna be seeing a lot of him in here because I have to accept he's my muse. We've been away right now for like 4 or 5 months, but every time I see him and he is how God brought him to the world, I just want to do him. This next page, this was very experimental. I told you I like felines and birds and take flowers and plants and leaves to collect and to give it a little different look to the sketchbook, not just like stuck with art materials. I do think that nature is art, and that's what drives me nuts. Just nature, just this page give me a little of a freedom, but a threat. You know, there is the bird there flying with all the leaves around, and there is behind those leaves there is a hungry kitty cat. These two beautiful artwork pages were made with watercolor, and this is one of my favorite palettes. I usually do a lot like orange and purple and yellowish pink. These are like my colors, I would say. Let me know what do you think about this page. Am I just crazy or it actually looks good? Let's see what we got in the next page. Oh, him. My beautiful muse, my fiance. I did this page with soft pastel colors and some pencil colors. In the left side, you can see that green background and the abstract, I will say water. I wasn't thinking of water when I did it, but now that I see it, it's very cool. As he is related to the water because he worked in a beach, he's a surfer. He's one of my main go-tos when I have a block in my brain, and I just love him existing, you know, eating, watching TV, maybe smoking. He is so easy to draw, and he's also looking like a sculpture. He's even looking better than me. Fun fact or sad fact is that I do like to paint him and draw him mostly because, and at the time was, we didn't know when we'll see each other again. We're just from different countries, and even when we are engaged, we're going through some paperwork, and it's hard to just think about it when you are together and you know you have to split. I just try to keep these memories with me. One of the things I don't like about this is when I put the pages together, it get all smushed by the soft pastel colors because I didn't put any sealer. Next page, there is this background from a girl that surfed in Australia. I just did a screenshot and tried to repeat that. And all these little flowers I added around the cat. This is one of my favorite style. It's just like line with fine liner flowers, and then after I do the lines, I add some color. That little kitty cat is also made with soft pastel colors. It is a cat or a pet from another person I follow on Instagram that has a lot of these cute little kitty cats. So some pages might look random. This is another colorful one. This has a lot of special meaning for me. There's a bookmark. There's a copy of a bookmark I did, and there's the original that is just like covered in plastic. I went to a shop and I was just like, can you like please cover this for me? And you can see it's the original. I painted in both sides, and it's a really cute and cool one of these sunflowers. There's a bee in there. Hey cutie. And I really like it a lot. I really think and wish that I could just sell this in like more quantities so people can have them for their books. That girl is also not one of my favorites, but it was just a practice I was doing from a style I saw from an artist on Instagram. I don't remember her or his name, but it's just a style made of like lines, you know, so where it's like light coming to the face, there's just like a thinner light, and to the stronger facial features, there's like a thicker ink line. I have a phrase here in Spanish that I'm gonna translate, and it says, the reflection is the mother of the wisdom. How this phrase touched me very deep. I really like it, and that's why I put in this sketchbook. You're gonna find with me there's like a couple more phrases probably. Other things you will find maybe is other bookmarks, original ones, just plastify it, if that's a way to say it. Because I do really think and believe that's something I want to do when I have my own shop, to like share these kind of little arts with people who would like to read or just collect some art. In the other side, you're gonna find there's more flowers, and there's also Fito. Fito is this dog I crush with, that is from a friend that lived in Ecuador. Fito actually passed away like 2 years ago, and I kept his little art. I love him so much. I am so sad he is not here with us anymore, but well, he is on the memory, and in my sketchbook he is filling a special spot. Top of Fita, you will see this beautiful whale, this majestic animal that I had the pleasure to watch and experience when I was in Ecuador. This one is the humpback whale. They are huge. I cannot explain. They were even bigger than the boat we used to go and watch them. I collect this picture too from a post of a friend. I have a lot of friends from Ecuador. I lived in there for like 4 or 5 years probably, and this flower next to the whale is one of other tries that I did with watercolor and ink pen. Next page, we, as I told you, have a little bit of everything, but mostly related with nature. I have this sunset that I did with pastel colors. Those pastel colors are very bright. I really like the colors. I don't remember if the brand is like Prismacolor or something. And honestly, I use them a lot. I still have some, and in my shorts, I share the process of making a sunset with these soft pastels. Other things that you can find here is a mushroom. I love doing mushrooms. A wave, a couple of fishes, a starfish, and a practice I did under the mushroom that is tattoo practice. Some of these designs are like I thought about them as a tattoo, but I never finished it, and I like this one, and I thought it was cool just to put it in here, because even when it's not finished or it didn't end up being a tattoo, it still is my art process, and you know, the things I want to end up doing as a more serious work. But the practice is everything, you know. So there is a little bit of everything in this page. In terms of materials, this goldfish is made with just pencil colors, and not even like expensive one, just regular pencil colors. There is ink with white acrylic. The wave was made just with ink. Starfish, probably watercolor, and like that. It's just like everything. Wow, this was my first painting on watercolor. I did it in like a big format, but I couldn't travel with it because every time I put it on my luggage, it was just getting bent, and I didn't like it. So to not throw it away, as I say, I just kept it with me and put it in here. And I think it's very magical. That gave me the courage to keep going on this world of art. Many people was congratulating me about it, and I couldn't understand why, you know. This was like my first work ever, but I really like it. Like all the splash and the colors in the lashes are very magical. I think the details on the pupil are I don't know, like very detailed, very special. I like it with the dark blue, with the light blue, how the lights come in the pupil. It's just beautiful, and I wish and I hope I can try it again. Like I want to do this again, make a, how can I call it, when you use like repeat your old artworks to see how it looks in the future. I just don't remember. If you know, just write it in the comments. Beautiful eye. Next page we have some bookmarks. I do love to make these bookmarks. It's a really easy format and it managed to have some of the colors that I like a lot. These colors are very well mixed, so they like contrast with each other. I was practicing some clouds with the pastel colors and the flamingo too. I love flamingos. I have a little phrase that in Spanish says, "You are not lost, you are on the way." I really like it, and as you can see, I just cut the page and I just left that. But it's a way to come back and tell myself, keep going. This is not my favorite at all. I just somehow just like it, but it's not my favorite. It was with the same neon palette that I used from Sakura Colors and some gold for the leaves. As you can see, it shines. But I believe that I will try it again in the future so I can do a better one. There's a toucan again and some sea animals. I do like it, but still not my favorite. It's a reminder of keep practicing and everything will, like help in the future. Just by little practices, you can warm up your hand and trying on having different style, just experimenting new techniques, new brush strokes. This one, I believe I could put more on it. That chicken in the left, like maybe some ink lines or wash on top of it, because it's just like one color style. But I do like, as I show you there in the beak, how it pretty much looks like a real one. You can see both sides of the beak as if it's like a 3D kind of thing. And that practice of the sea, I have it there because I think I will do something like digital. I can just take a picture and make or some stickers or use it for a cover or something. I don't want to like give up on it. And it's supposed to be finished with more details. As you see in the tail, I do want to keep doing that all the way in the body of the whale. But I will do it in the future. I actually am working on new projects, and this is just a way to help myself on you're good and you can just keep going. You don't need to like worry so much when just one design. This is one of my prints of my paintings I already sold. I have a bunch of everything here too. I do love that leaf. I have it tattooed on me. And it already has an owner. I'm really happy. This is the only little memory I have of it. And the practice was pretty cool. I like the black background. I like how it's supposed to be like a real leaf and then it's just line. And the other side we find like mushrooms and a little girl from my city that was wearing like a native costume, and I was like, oh, she's very pretty and the costume looks good. A jellyfish that I did with probably alcohol markers. I don't remember, but probably I did it with alcohol markers. In the other side, I have a cup with a flower. That other flower next to the glass is a tattoo that I wanted to do. It's just like a practice in we will call it in Spanish like an onion type of paper. It just goes like in between the transfer paper. Usually it's a page that you just take out so you are able to transfer it. But I use it sometimes to create little designs. There is a dog with a spoon that I found on a reel or a short video, and I screenshot it and I did it. It's just like an old dog with a chef hat and a wood spoon. And under it, I was talking about it, this is my glass. This is like a whimsical type of glass, there's like a flower kind of drink and there's a butterfly in the sides. Like if I ever have an opportunity to create my own glass, I will exactly do it like this, with some butterfly wings on the sides and even put flowers on my drink. I will be like, oh, look at this flower, I want it for a drink. Maybe a margarita or something. Page, I will say that pretty much is like a mixed media type of page. Next is my fiance. This is just, I didn't know what to do that day, and I saw him just laying down in the beach taking some sun, and I just did it. I tried to just go basic. There's like his glasses, the glasses he always used, the towel he was laying down, and the style. I was just trying to make the same texture. This is soft pastels that I was using, and I don't know, it was cool. There's no way to just cover it, and for me it's better because I can also remember that day, just like a memory. Miss Capybara or Mr. Capybara. This was actually just a watercolor practice I did, and even when I never finished, as I told you before, I just like tried to cut it out, stick it in here, and just come back at some point. There's a little turtle I did, so I'm gonna come back at some point and just finish it. It might take me some years because I do now. I'm in like another stage of like my art, but I'd like to see it like match very well with my art palette. There is other works that I'm doing right now with oil pastels, and these are very cheap oil pastels. Right now, like I have an obsession with these oil pastels. Like I do want to get a better brand because I do like how easy it is to work with it and the texture it gives. Watercolor is fun, but oil pastels are also fun. Oil pastel and soft pastels, I will say that are a medium that I really feel like I fluid very much with it. And this is one of the page. I will show you this sketchbook once I finish it. I think is a very cool and colorful page I did right here with a monarch butterfly, a parrot, hibiscus. And for example, in this other sketchbook, I post this wave and the starfish, another thing I've done, and it's just easier for me to like create the content and upload it and not feel like I'm overwhelmed. Usually with watercolors, you have to let it dry, go again. If it doesn't look good, just like, I don't know. For whoever who have practiced with watercolor before, you must know it's not just like an easy technique, and sometimes could be relaxing as sometimes can be frustrating. And I found that I don't deal with that situation doing the oil pastels. I really love this. Is like a bottle and a Coke from my country. I was just drinking that day and I said, okay, I'm gonna just paint that and relax. Let's continue with the sketchbook. In the other side we have a monkey. This is another technique that was with that scratch paper. So every time, like I said, you like go with a stick and you scratch it, you just reveal the colors. I put some glitter on it, some acrylic white markers, so I play with like the colors, and it was just crazy. Like I don't know what I was thinking that day. Sometimes you just want to do art and that's it. It's like you're not looking for doing a super piece of work that you're so proud of, but it's fun. And every time somebody that was around me was like, oh, what's that? Oh, that's a monkey. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, let me use that marker, because I was doing art with some friends. There's my fiance down there. There's a little version of a platypus of him and his surfboard in the beach, because he's like that. He loves platypus and he loves surf, so we love the beach. So I did this and I just put it in here. I do want to do something special for him in the future. I don't have an idea right now what I should do, like a little card of birthday or something, maybe for our wedding cards. I don't really know now. For now, it's just on my sketchbook, giving me a great memory. Talking about love of my life, my fiance, my handsome fiance. He's there laying down. I really like this page. To be honest, this is one of my favorite pages. So it was made with pastel colors and with black ink, like black pens. I tried to do it as fast as I could because he was moving. So that's him watching TV, and then it's him laying down. I don't know if it was the beach or the bed. And there's another practice that I did with markers. This is Sharpie markers. I actually just had these 3 colors, no more, so I just played around with it, and I do think it looks pretty good, like the turquoise with a little bit of pink, purple, and maybe, if I'm not wrong, like a dark blue. were the colors that I used for this, and I do really like how it turned out. Like, I don't know how to call this style, but it was just, again, a practice that I love. Like, it matched very well with what he was doing at the moment, playing his computer, watching one of his favorite shows. And don't be surprised that he actually just it's the protagonist of most of my pages, or some of them, I would say, and how sexy he looks in each one of the drawings I do of him. This is one of the crushed paper little illustration I did, and that's us, me and him, from a reference of a picture his mom took in this river or something in a trip we had, and it says, "I hope the universe conspire one more time so I can kiss your lips again." I think that paper is very fun to work with because you don't require any color. You, as much as you scratch, as much as you get. And continuing with the whole page, there were different materials used in here. There's like the red marker, red color pencils. One thing that is funny is that it says this December 4, 2025, and it's not, because we are still not on December 2025. These other one were just made with markers. The other was red pen and inks, like dots. This one I also think it has some markers on it. I like it because it's like him, he's always like watching TV, I would say, laying down, watching his cell phone, and as God brought him to the world. And I just said, okay, he has so many lines in his body, so it's fun to draw him because I can like measure it with my eyes and say, okay, this line I see here, very marked, is the booty. This other line is his back. Where is the shading coming from? Everything. And there's he with his glasses. Coming back to my style. Stop about my fiance. There is this pear I did on the left side, and I was just doing a regular pear with a watercolor, and for some reason I did like I just painted something wrong, and I said, you know what, let's make some trees, and I did a road, and I did a little grass house and roses, and it was fun. It ended up looking very cute, and I do really like it. Like, in the future, I hope I can have the opportunity to do it on like digital art, but just taking the same idea. There's a moth there, just a little moth that is very cute. A flamingo flying, that is very weird because you usually don't see flamingos flying that much. And it looks very beautiful. And I think it will be good for like, I don't know, if it's storytelling or something, you know, like some story style art. And this little hummingbird. That was one of the first or second hummingbirds I did in my life. I love hummingbirds. I enjoy watching them. If it's not a hummingbird, it's just a regular bird, but it's just a small one. And there are some of my prints of paintings I sold. I do love them so much. There's a turpial, if I'm not wrong, that is mainly this like the national bird in my country, with some of my favorite leaves. Some of my color that is usually green, orange, purple. That's like my most used color palette, as I was saying in the past. And that other illustration with the flower is just like pen, watercolors, ink pens. The one in the right is just watercolor and maybe a little bit of ink pen. Let's keep going to the next page. I do believe it's some animals. I love doing animals. I think that you don't have to be perfect on doing them. With this, I'm referring to like, it will be, and at least for me, more complicated to do portraits or self-portraits than animals. As you can see here, we have a mantis shrimp. A mantis shrimp is a very special animal, and I did it with the Sakura Koi watercolors, because it's neon colors, and I believe that it will shine if I put like the LED light, the blue LED light. It's a special, very interesting and powerful animal. It has like this, as you can see there, is one of the paws or the arms, and it's like huge and it's strong. Like, it can break shells, it can break glasses. It is just an impressive little I don't know if it's a crab, but well, shrimp. Yeah, it's an impressive little shrimp. They also have this special quality where they can see all the colors, and when I mean all the colors, I don't mean that the regular colors we all humans see. They have like a spectrum of colors that is just way bigger. There is we have a seahorse. I didn't finish this seahorse, but I do like the style that it has, and a seal. This one is from Galapagos, I think. I did a screenshot of a picture I saw on Galapagos on my plan. Poor plan, every time I move the sketchbook it just gets out. So yeah, I took it from the Galapagos. There's a lot of sea lions in the Galapagos. It's not a seal, it's a sea lion. Oh my goodness. Well, yeah, I corrected. Jeez, the plant! Oh no! I didn't notice it was there. As you can tell, I'm doing the voiceover after because I live in South America, so all my neighbors just make noise. Like if I put the real audio, it will be dogs and cars and so much things going on. I did this little pattern on my old sketchbook that I scratched. This is an idea for a tattoo that was just made on ink pens. There's a hummingbird, a flower. There's a mushroom, but you cannot see it. It's just because it's made with just pencil. And a bee. This is one of my not favorite pages. Oh, there is my mom. This was to use a little practice. This is the chairs my mom has in the garage and here. This was a practice I did with a real leaf, a real plant. I just put some color on it and just like close the pages, just like paint the leaf and just put it on the paper, and that's what the texture I got, and I think it's pretty cool. I also did some of my famous splashy texture that I like. It's just like blowing the color straw. And next page we have a little bit of everything again. I did this little bookmark that I never finished. I just talk about this sketchbook and I'm like, I did this and I never finished it. I'm so not proud of myself right now. And there's Tyler the Creator that I did with the water-based markers. I need to use those markers way more. Like I just have them saved and I've been not practicing with them. There's Orli. Orli is the pit bull of a friend in Montañita, Ecuador. And that dog is just super cute. He's like huge as he will eat your arm with just opening his mouth, but he's just the cutest boy. There is a fish that I did for an idea for a tattoo, my first attempt of doing a wave. And to be honest, there is a lot of space left that I think in the future I could like add more stuff. This is a workshop I did, so I was learning how the watercolor reacts with a background, without a background, how to do light, how to do shade, and how to like they look with more saturated color. There's other washes too from that same workshop I did. And 3 of my bookmarks. As you can see, I have a trippy one, I have a Hawaiian one, and I have this little penguin that I saw a video of a girl that went very famous, and those are cute little penguins, but they are in extinction right now. I just don't remember the name. I think I will just leave it in the description, but they're super cute, and I think I just captured that moment where they are just like hanging around the rocks fishing or eating, and there's just water, you know, like splashy. You remember that I said my famous splashy texture? There it is. This page is mostly watercolor, like even these Hawaiian leaves. This was like my first attempt on doing a bookmark, if I'm not wrong, and on watercolor at least, and all of them are just watercolor. The swashes, I'm gonna show you from closer a little bit so you can see what I did. It was like a superposition and just mixing in the palette and just gradients. This is with the Sakura palette of neon watercolors, and the other one was just, I don't remember the brand of watercolors. I have Artisa, and I don't remember the Hawaiian one. It's just another brand of watercolor I had before. This is the most Ecuadorian spread I have in my sketchbook. There is like the church from Cuenca. There's a huge church that has many years. There's the hostel in Montañita that is just my favorite hippie hostel. Their most famous beer that I will say is called Pilsner, if I'm not wrong. And hummingbirds. They have like a lot of species of hummingbirds in the Ecuador. In South America, there are a lot, like what is Peru, Ecuador, Colombia, and Venezuela, if I'm not wrong, but mostly Peru, Ecuador, and Colombia. Next, we have this little lamp. I don't know if this has another name. Probably it does. They all lamps that are hanging. And that was in a hotel in Ecuador, Cuenca too. There's another hummingbird. This was my first or second attempt of doing a hummingbird. Like, I think it was first. I'm looking for the other one that I showed you from the beginning. Let's see where it is, because like the difference between one and the other is like, I think this is my first and the other one is this one is my second attempt. So my first attempt on doing a hummingbird, if it's not like that, it's just backwards. I have a huge problem with not putting dates on it, on anything I do. But well, we're not gonna focus on that. Next, there's a little bit of everything in this page, and well, mostly in this page you can see I use there's like watercolors on the macaw and the royal turkey, as we call it in South America. And there is this Colombian lady that is from the coast of Colombia, and there is a pencil colored tiger I did with some stars. I don't know what was the idea of this. It just was some illustration. I really like it a lot. The macaw I did it with watercolors and a small brush. And as it looked good, I just but cut it with some scissors and stick it in here. Um, oh my goodness, this page. This was a friend that did a design in here. She did this mushroom, Jess. She even signed it. As you can see, it wasn't mine because I don't sign my job, but she did sign hairs. And I feel like in this other side I should put a painting. I don't know, like I might even do it with you here. Let me find in this watercolor sketchbook that I never finished, but I have some art on it. If I can find something, I can stick in that white blank page. I don't know yet what it could be. Oh, maybe this one. I think this one could be a cool one. Let's just take it out. You can see there's another of my spreads. I like that one with the landscapes. I will show you them in another video. Let's just stick this one here. Oh my goodness. Right here. I'm gonna just leave my friends drawing there for now. Just stick this other one in the right side. This one is an animal, if I'm not wrong, from Africa. Oh, there's some art here too. Oh, there's a bit higher. Let's just take this sides of the art out so I can stick it. And that dragon fruit, we call it pitahaya, that I did in the background. I think I like it a lot. That was very cute. But well, it's okay. I could do another one in the future. That was just like a testing for the markers I got in the colors. Oh, maybe you just stick it in one side and I don't have to do all the, like, just, I can just keep that little pitahaya in there. These animals I was saying is from, if I'm not wrong, from Africa, and it's a very interesting animal. If I'm not wrong, these are the ones that they don't even need to drink water and they run very fast. For me, this art, if I could put a name on it, it will be like the moment of the death or the moment before the death, because it's just like the tension, you can see, like, imagine what could be going through the mind when these animals make contact with the predator. And it's very cute, it's very colorful. Next page, there's some of my other bookmarks. This is the Dragon Ball bookmark I did by my fiance idea, because I'm like, I want to try this water-based markers, what I should do, and he's just like, do some Goku characters. So I think I did right. I did like the bad guys in one side and the good guys in the other. Let me know what you think. And I just went to a cyber, that is where we go and like bring stuff, and I was asking them to like put the plastic on it so I can like protect it. I really like this bookmark. I wish my fiance reads books or something so he could use it, but as he doesn't, I just keep it with me. And then I just decided to not do the eyes. I get a lot of A lot of my friends complaining about it. They're like, "Why you didn't do the eyes?" And I was like, "I just didn't want it. I like it how it looks like this." And I just kept it like that. There's a it's a mantis. Yes, there's a mantis on the left side, and these cute fishes I did not that long ago. I did a video, the shorts showing how I did the process of this. You can see that it has gold details. In the background, I liked it a lot. That they really looked like they are under the water. And there was the is the clownfish? I don't know if it's called like that. Probably the other two fishes. I don't know the name. Just the clownfish was the one that I remember. There's another bookmark. I didn't like this one that much. The I like the colors, but I just didn't like how it ended up looking. It's just like messy. So I just kept it again to remind myself that it's okay to make mistakes and I can keep going and I just don't throw it away. A little design that I was imagining for tattooing. This testing of colors for the Artisa watercolor, like the one that has like 30 colors, I think, so 32. I don't know. So I was doing like like hard or strong pigment in one side and just like gradients in the other. Some bugs practice. I was just doing these cute little bugs. I never finished them. And a bird. Oh, this one is a cute one. This has a splashy background. Hey, splashy background. Some gold details too, with like leaf of gold. I did this with markers, and the background is with the watercolors. Those splashy things are watercolor, but the main bird was made just with water-based markers from Ahuhu watercolors. And this painting, this is wash. I don't think I use watercolor on this. This is completely wash. And this is watercolor. The tree, the Christmas tree was watercolor, and the little kitty cat with the flowers was wash. I wouldn't say that it's not like either one of my favorites, but I had it in a frame in my last apartment and it really looked cute. Like I always used to see my friends just take the frame and just start like looking at the kitty cat from close and looking at the details and looking at the colors. And it was very interesting and it was very I don't know how to explain it. Like it made me feel good to see my friends detailing my work, even if I didn't like it. I get to, I don't know, like see these moments where I don't like something, but somebody else will see the good on it. There's a frog taking a swim, taking a bath, a shower in a mushroom. My fiance in our last apartment, the bathroom of our last apartment. I don't know what I was tripping that day, and the only thing I could see was just the sink sitting in the toilet, and there's my fiance watching TV. There's some practice of clouds, half face of my fiance in pastel colors, a couple of hard fruits, and this umbrella and two chairs in the beaches because we used to live in a beach. So you can see that we have the surf little illustrations and also this beach illustration. This is the most personal page I have. In the left is just a practice of like how to like free your hand. It's just like spaghetti fettuccine style, and then like a city fantasy road, and this is like spaghetti. I'm not sure, but this is just a way to like unwind your creativity. It's just practicing, and in the right side I do have one of my most personal pages when I went through some depression like chapter, and you can see, there's a house that says "Take me out," and that talks a lot about my life when I come to my country and me crying and me depressed. But it's fun, I usually don't. My art is very colorful. I usually don't show these ones, but I wanted to take it. There is a little school just screaming, but nobody can hear it because it's mute. Um, I don't know, you can take and see and think about it as you want, but that was just a little bit of my reality. But it's not 100% my reality, it's just when I am in like the worst moment, I will say that I'm crying and shit. And this page is just pastel colors. This love heart, it says Fate and Dream. It was just made with pastel colors. This was a time that I didn't know if I was about to see my fiance. He wasn't my fiance at the moment, he was my boyfriend. and he was leaving to his country. This was like the last 2 days being with him, so I just decided to draw him, and that was it. That was the result. These two are cute ones. This is one that I did with the Sakura. I said that the Sakura Koi watercolors with the neon colors are one of my favorite palettes. Indeed, and I don't doubt it. I said it with proud. And this is a painting that shines in the dark. This actually shines very cool. I will show them in another video, probably my Instagram soon, before I leave. And the right side, I did it with the 5 minute exchange with a friend. So we have two paintings. She has one, I have one, and this is the one I kept. So there's a little bit of everything. Like there's her bulb, light bulb, and my butterflies and my mushrooms, and there's also hair cactus. So hope in your mind is this. It's a very cute one. Like I like to see it. I like the mushrooms. They look like tattooed mushrooms. And that's it, like this is what I keep in my sketchbook. My first, I hope my next sketchbooks are better. I'm not saying that this is not good, it's just a little messy, like you cannot see there's just like one style if it's just like just experimenting and like putting everything and anything that goes through my eyes, that I see, that I capture. One little style of cutting some paper. I had some paper left of painting that I didn't like, and I did this mountains, clouds that remind me of Quito, Ecuador. That is just like the cold side, and I did those buildings with just that side of my other sketchbook. I didn't want to throw away that piece of paper, and it looked like buildings, so I just put it in here. This is just a different style, just exploring. Like I always said, just keep experimenting and don't get stuck with just one style. I'm not saying that that's bad. I'm just saying if you feel like it, just have those dates, appointments with your inner artist, with your inner child, your creativity, and just do whatever you feel like doing. There's my last page is just full of washes of this other palette of Sino art that is like a travel palette. And the watercolors are pretty good. I will say like it's cheap and it's good, and it's even you can use it and you can fill it up just to travel at the end. I just keep it with me all the time. I still don't finish it, that palette either. And this is also, thank you very much. I hope you like it. I'm sorry if I made any mistakes speaking English because my first language is Spanish, but I'm trying my best, and I hope you like my art. I just share it with deep from my heart and from my mind to you, and this is all. I hope you keep having a good day. I hope it's a blessed month for you, and that your creativity blows and expands, and I hope a little bit of my creativity maybe make you go and take some pencils and start drawing, or some brushes and start painting. So that's it. Love you so much. Bye. I'm gonna show you one of my paintings that I have that are not part of the sketchbooks, and I hope you enjoyed.